On this episode of Hey Hey Linda Purrs, Linda interviews singer-songwriter David Bradshaw. Enjoy.
Welcome to David Bradshaw from Salt Lake City, Utah, coming all the way to Nashville like a little pilgrimage and
Yep.
scouting. And,
Yeah, just checking it out, seeing if this is the place I want to be.
I think it is.
Yeah.
There's something about it. Just a couple weeks ago, we interviewed a group, and a guy played in New York City, LA, Austin. He said he got to Nashville. He said, I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm home, and I get that feeling too. And I wasn't raised in country music, but
Me either.
the music scene is, and a lot of people don't realize it's not just country music out here. We got everything from punk to metal.
Yeah.
It is the scene. It's the place to get your places produced, your songs and published, and it's a happening music
The mecca
scene.
for it. Well, that's my background too. I'm actually a jazz sax player, flute player, and
Wow.
play in a rock band in Salt Lake City for almost 20 years. And but my girlfriend who lives back in Washington State talked me into, you need to listen to country music more. So I drive between Salt Lake City and Bonnie Lake, Washington, 13-hour trip. So I started listening to the country stations on those trips, and
They gotcha.
they really got me. People like Chris Stapleton, Tyler Childers now, and yeah, there's some, and the songs are just what I really strive for is simplicity in the songwriting, because I write jazz songs and 15 chords and so my bandmates, they're always telling me, if it's more than 3 chords, you got to do something. So I have to work at that,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that
yeah. If
down.
you have a jazz background, they go, "What's the difference between a rock star and a jazz guitarist?" 3,000 notes.
Yeah. That's about right. Yeah.
And that's in this area too. There's famous jazz guitarists here,
Okay.
and that who I've seen, and they just blow you away.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm being a Hank Williams fan. He's like three chords in the truth.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've really kind of evolved from your jazz, flute, sax to rock to now country.
Yeah, that's kind of, yep, that's the path.
So are you writing songs also?
I am. I've
Okay.
been writing for uh in this style probably about the last 2 years.
Okay.
And I don't know, I've got maybe 25, 30 songs now.
That's
So I
fantastic.
try to keep at it. It's really, I'm trying to learn about songwriting and kind of the discipline of it, which I have not gotten down at all.
Hmm.
But I usually these 13-hour trips kind of give me an opportunity to think of things, and
That
I
that's
record
really
little
good.
ideas when I get them, and then I get home and then I listen to them and say, oh, is there anything there or not? And if there is, then I try to generate
So
some
it's actually
lyrics
a
with it.
blessing to have that time, because I
Yeah.
find my attention span, I'm at home, I want to listen to something I want to listen to, maybe I get 10 minutes
Yeah.
in. And to have that time and then your thoughts going, I mean, that is really, because I know those long haul trips. I used to do that a lot.
Uh-huh.
And just I went to Elvis week in August. I was driving down to Memphis. It's pretty straight road. Had my little notebook on the steering wheel. Like, okay, how's that? Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, I'm kind of going slow. There's nothing. I can see, but
Yeah.
but things come to you when you're
They
on the
do, and
road like
and
that.
and that's the thing that I'm really learning, is to pay attention when I get those thoughts. Oh, this is an idea, and then I use my phone and record, and typically do that. But I do have, my new Subaru will drive itself,
Ooh.
which is kind of nice, so I can fumble around a little bit. Oh, oops! I better get my
Yeah.
hands back on the steering wheel.
Well,
But
they kind of say, so your left side of your brain is busy driving or
right,
something, and that allows, okay, the right side of the brain is just going to have fun.
yeah,
It's going to come up with some little ideas, and just because you're busy here,
yeah, and
and
you
and
just
then
let it
the
roll.
right side just woo comes on out. And
Hmm.
Nashville, they have a great co-writing groups everywhere.
That's what I'm really interested in.
Some of
Yeah.
them you just happen into, or you ask people on songwriting groups, hey, who wants to write a song together, and you meet somewhere. Some are through like TSAI, which is Tennessee Songwriters Association.
Okay.
International, and NASI, which is Nashville Songwriters Association, and they actually have areas where you can go and times and meet with other people to co-write. So this is a unique thing, and I saw on Netflix, oh gosh, about 8 months ago, Ed Sheeran. You heard of him?
Yeah.
Okay, England.
Right.
He years ago toured with Taylor Swift,
Okay.
and he ended up in Nashville. And he at one point said, I got to move here. He goes, it's just that camaraderie among songwriters on every corner. They estimate I don't know how they figured out. They estimate there's 80,000 songwriters right here.
It's a large percentage of the population,
Yeah,
I guess.
I know. Everybody you talk to, you go, you play the guitar, you songwriter, you know. But Ed Sheeran was saying, you could be in a town in England, you're not going to run into a bunch of songwriters like that, and here one on every corner, or somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. And I just found every quarterly, Jolston, just west of me here, I'm in Gallatin, they're having a sanctuary songwriters retreat, and I went to their first one, my very first co-write. And Chris Hughes and I ended up writing a song together, and we're gonna record it. But I'd never been to one. I mean, again, it's like house concert. It sounds self-explanatory. Co-write, co-write.
Right.
But I was like, okay, I understand. But okay, so we get together. Okay, now what do we do? Stare at each other?
Right. How's this happen?
I'll write a word down. Or I had no clue. And I was with the best person. He has a system. He writes a song every day in an hour. He does himself a minute for a random word. Then he does 3 minutes to rhyme that word. Then he does 3 minutes for phrases.
Interesting.
And bam, he has a song, and then he puts some tune to it. And so we did that. And so I was with the best person I could be with.
That's really cool. I've never heard that kind of a
system
procedure for it.
I know.
Yeah.
And he goes, it works.
Yeah.
And he plays really good guitar. So we so I was with just the best person I could be with. So, and it's out in the woods. So if you get out there, so you're actually maybe thinking of relocating.
We're thinking about it. Yeah. I'm not unfamiliar with the area. I was actually born about an hour east of Nashville, and lived here until about second grade, and then moved away. Have come back to visit a couple of times over my lifespan. So it's got a resonance with me. Like we were talking earlier, the sound of church music has always just been really deep. And that once I started kind of down this road, that kind of started coming back to me, and really kind of speaks to me.
You kind of feel something with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Even
and it's sincere, a sincere expression of emotion and experience. And so that's what I'm really finding is useful to me, to help kind of just let the subconscious speak, let some thoughts come out. Well, and then it kind of reveals. Music has a really cool way of just kind of revealing, that's what I think, that's how I feel about this.
And your background is so well rounded that it just kind of adds to the whole experience. And like I often think the lyrics of like Hank Williams, like hear that lonesome whippoorwill, he sounds too blue to fly. They're phrases that resonate with you.
They're the best songs I'm finding are the simplest ones. Just very they sound like I've already heard that before. It's just
and you want to start chiming in with it, or singing along. I like those kind. I can, I'm singing along in the chorus already. But so this is a great experience you're having. I just really marvel at your background, and coming back, because I think if you end up here, you will be calling it home. Because it's the people I have met, and I didn't have a big country background,
Mhm.
but they're just wonderful people, and the
Mhm.
music people,
Mhm.
and you just feel you're not like the oddball music person.
Yeah.
Everybody's a music person,
Yeah.
and that's how a lot of networking gets done. They can offer up places like the Vinyl Lounge, try that
Yeah.
out, or the Troubadour Theater, go to the open band there or
Uh-huh.
something. So I mean, just today you found out a lot of
I
things,
sure did.
you know.
Yeah, you laid a lot of stuff on me already. Trying to
Boing,
process all this stuff. Yeah.
boing,
Yeah.
boing. So now what kind of songs do you think you're kind of writing mostly, or I mean, are you writing gospel? Are you writing?
Well, I don't play guitar. I play keyboard.
Okay,
So it does tend, and I kind of have more of a gospel-y kind of background. And I guess with my jazz background, I like things that swing.
okay,
And so it's kind of a,
a
a
bouncy,
mixture. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
little bit bouncy.
yeah,
Um, the slower, more soulful ones, I think, are probably a little more what I think of as country, but I'm learning a lot. But I also do a little more of a rock feel as well.
okay. Now, what are your goals? You want to play for people, or you want to, do gigs, or um,
I have gigged a fair amount with my rock band
okay,
and with my jazz band. I had a 5-piece jazz quintet in Salt Lake City, and we played together for about 5 years. I played about 20 years with my rock band. I have the luxury of being retired now,
yeah,
so I can dedicate as much time as I want to my music interests.
nice,
So really, I guess my goals are just to get my songs out there and see if people like them,
yeah, okay.
and
Well,
that would
this this
feel
will
good.
this will be the
They
place to
do.
do it. Now, some people, what they do, they get their thing going here. Maybe they get a band together or whatever, and then they play around here for a while. But then they from here they tour to here and tour and tour. So they
Yeah,
have a progression of
yeah.
what they do. But you'll find your way here.
Hmm.
So how can people contact you if they wanted to?
I'm a little slow. I'm kind of old school. I'm not really
That's
the
fine.
social media adept person, but I do have a Facebook page,
Okay.
David Bradshaw
Okay.
on Facebook. Um, uh, Eventually, my rock band has a page as well through my
Hmm.
Facebook page.
And what's the name of that?
We're called the original Blue Healers because, as we found out in Salt Lake City, there were two other bands named Blue Healers, but we were the first
Is that
ones.
a dog or something?
We're the heritage of that's a whole other discussion, but the
Okay.
heritage of the band was there were doctors in the band. I'm a
Oh, a healer. So it's
so it's
not
H
H
E
E E.
A L.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but we have a CD that we put out a few years ago that's on iTunes,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think it's on Spotify, but um,
Apple and
yeah, and
YouTube.
it has a blue healer on the front cover. It's kind of a cool cover. I
Okay.
like it.
Well, Facebook is easy to get hold of you.
Yeah.
And
If you
um,
do David Bradshaw, Salt Lake City, I think I'm the only one in Salt Lake City.
okay. And then we're gonna hear a couple songs. Are you gonna do one or two songs today?
I could do a couple.
Okay, let's
Sure.
do it.
All right.
So I'm really glad you're here
Well,
today.
thank you. I
This is
really appreciate the
exciting. I just
invitation.
want to keep talking with you, but
Yeah,
we know people are waiting.
yeah, it's true.
So, well,
Thank you
I'll
so much.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, enjoyed it. This is a song called "Sing Me a Country Song." Sing me a country song, keep me company, something easy, not too long, stir my memory, let it get a simple tune, sweet harmony.
great delight in the afternoon. You spend the day with me. Hitched a ride out of town. Walk beside a stream. Summer sun went slowly down. We chased it to the sea. I fired through sparks into the air, floating into space. Its glow shine golden in your hair, lighting up your face. Summer breeze blew gently now, played across your skin. I kiss your cheek, touch your knee. You smile and let me in. Autumn sky grows darker now. Rain will surely come. Play a pattern on the ground, like beating on a drum. Rising wind shakes loose the leaves, sends the earth a-flying. Sing me a country song, keep my heart from crying. So sing me a country song, happy melody, something I can sing along, stir my memory, make it a simple tune with sweet harmony. Sing me a country song, put my soul at ease. Sing me a country song, put my soul at ease. This next song, I'll tell you a little story about this. So I have a girlfriend back in Bonnie Lake, Washington. I live in Salt Lake City, and I drive back and forth, 13-hour trip. And it gives me a lot of time to think. Got home from one trip, and I walked in the door, and I just thought, boy, this doesn't feel like home. I don't have my dog. I don't have my girl. So, and that sounds like a country song. So I thought I would write a song about that. Now, let's see. The events past about got me, finally got through. Doing so much driving, thought my time had come due. Thought I was going home, now I see that ain't true. I don't have my dog, and I don't have you. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Thought maybe I moved down to East Tennessee. Want her to come too, but she couldn't get free. I need her with me, but what else can I do? She can't leave her family, and I can't ask her to. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Try to make things better, but it just gets worse. Sometimes my love for her, it feels like a curse. Don't mind I try to remember what I know is true. She's in my heart, and I'm in hers too. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Home, home, I just wanna go home. Home, home, I just wanna go home.
This episode of Hey Hey Linda Purrs is sponsored by. Come on down to Grandpa's Music at 1033 Park Street in Westmoreland. Live bluegrass, country, and gospel music every Saturday night. Shows start at 6 p.m. and admission is $8. First Fridays we feature karaoke and Grandpa's Music Jam Session 10 to 2 p.m. on the second and fourth Tuesday. New and seasoned musicians are always welcome for music lessons, so bring the whole family. Grandpa's Music at 1033 Park Street in Westmoreland.